And again, I'm not, you should do whatever strategy you prefer and take whatever entries you prefer, and you know, use your own risk management and things of this nature, because you're always going to feel better doing those things rather than following something else. But I will say, whatever it is you're going to do, you know, you want to make sure that you try to stay as consistent with it as you can, because if you know, decide only to take this or that here or there, sadly, you may only be taking the losing sides of it. I mean, because everything's going to lose. Let's just say that, you know, the strategy that you're working with has a 75% win rate. Well, it's only 75% if you take them all, you know. So that's the sad part. You could always be catching that 25 if you're picking and choosing what you take, and a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people, or they take a loss. They'll take 2-3 wins, take a loss, and then switch to a new strategy. Take 2-3 wins, take a loss, switch to another strategy. Well, I don't want to lose. Well, you're always going to lose, sadly. I mean, as much as I, you know, I hate losing too. Who doesn't, right? But as much as everybody looks at my win rate and they look at all of it and they're like, oh, well, you can win all the time. It doesn't matter what you win, because you're always going to lose something. And that's what I try to tell Phils all the time. And I mean, you guys that are here all the time, you understand. Phils comes in, and I mean, he's always talking about the trade that he won, or he's in drawdown, but the problem is his drawdown's liquidation. So he keeps no stop losses, so he's always going to lose. There's no way to win that way. Phils, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I keep telling you this, and I hope that one time you look at it and say, hey, what are we doing? But I've got it pulled up now. I've got Bookmap on here.
Excellent.
Right here, but I will say, as we get into this, make sure that's Bookmap. As I say this, that was the wrong trader. There's Bookmap. As I say this, the only thing that I have an issue with Bookmap is the fact that you have to have an extra volume. Here we are right here. Let's look at this Bookmap real fast. Let me minimize this.
Okay.
Look at this. See this top here? Here, let me pull. I don't even have it on my dang screen. Right here. Now you should be able to see my cursor. This right here is what you're looking for. Again, this is in queue, guys. And Paul, you weren't here this morning when I was talking about all this, but you have to have COMEX data in order to do gold. See this big green bubble? Here's where we're going to pop through here. So these short orders are coming in, getting taken out. You can see it there. They got taken out. Big green bubble comes in. We get a little reaction to the downside. Let's look. I guess I can't look at the trading view chart. Yes, I can. Let's put trading. What I'm looking at there. Let's look at NASDAQ real quick. On trading views, we're looking at this, and I realize you guys aren't as apt to see NASDAQ, but see what we're looking at there. Let me side it so you can see both sides.
Yeah.
So that's essentially where we're at, which was yesterday's high, right? So all them orders were sitting right there at yesterday's high. And again, for you guys that somebody said, well, you know, maybe you won't be able to see it. I think it was G Flock talking about how you wouldn't be able to see it, or so on and so forth. I can already see these things. They're going to happen where my lines are on my chart, right? But at the same time, G Flock in particular, he's not seeing these areas. He's not understanding why my lines are on the chart, and that, a lot of people aren't. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Absolutely. This is why we're doing these things. This Bookmap is going to bring it right to your eyes. So instead of just seeing a chart like this with a line that I put on it, and you say, well, I don't understand why that line's there. Well, that's because these are the things that we're looking at on this Bookmap chart. These are orders, and you're going to see that with where my lines are on my chart, right? It's going to be where these orders are sitting, and that's the whole point. So I can already see it in the candlesticks, but I've watched a lot of candles, guys. Not everybody's going to be able to, especially coming in new or coming from other strategies to where we're not at, to where they're not actually looking for where orders are, they're not gonna see this just in a you know, bear candlestick chart, more than likely. See, these orders are coming back in. See, this red line came in, took them out. That's why they went colored here, and now they're coming back in. The shorts are re-shorting, so there's orders coming back in at these levels, whether that be, you know, stop loss orders or limit shorts. And a lot of people say, well, there's a big difference, you know, are we after stop losses, are we after shorts? It's no different. They're still, this is what the chart looks like. This is what, you know, when you talk about reading the tape, let's put it that way. Your market makers come in and read the tape. They're seeing the orders. They don't care if these are stop losses or not. We realize these are stop losses because they're stop losses above these highs. So we realize there are stop losses up here. However, it doesn't matter whether it's stop losses or shorts. The fact of the matter is, it's orders. You know what I mean? So